.net shop.
If you want to watch a streaming service and you're in a country like Canada, certain programs are region blocked, so you can't get it.
Hey guys, how's it going today? Robbie Strike here, and thank you for joining the live stream with Robbie Strike. We'll talk about hashtag heck, hashtag free satellite TV, Linux, Saturday, October 3rd. First I got that wrong by the 2nd, but I've corrected it, and it's the 3rd of October. I don't need my headphones on because I have no audio coming through those. So hopefully, if you're in the chat room, you can hear me. Just give me let me know if you're not seeing my voice. I want to crank the audio too loud. It's always the time when it's so. Yeah, let's cut to that, and we'll talk about this. Okay. So we're on to the internets of things here. So if you're out there, please join me on Facebook. I have a new Facebook account that I've created a few weeks ago. You can friend me there. That would allow you to connect to me with Messenger. And also I have this group, the Mouthful Free Satellite TV for North America channels, plus over-the-air, plus streaming. And I can't remember the name of my own group I made. That's how bad it is. I don't know. So we have our little group on Facebook so that we all can connect with. And sometimes I'm not able to answer all your questions. But if you do have a question about free satellite TV, cord cutting, over the air, or streaming, please go to that page there. There's lots of knowledgeable people who are really into this hobby of just basically not paying, saving money and not paying for cable. So there's that. So you can join me there. Join me on Facebook. Find me. Do a search. If you're doing a search on Google or Quant, I like to also point out this website I found, Quant. So here's another place you can do a search. So do a search for free to air satellite. And always a good thing if you're looking, because I made over 100 videos, enter my name and I should come up. Quant is this other search engine, but there's definitely lots it's a great alternative to Google. What I found with Google is you find a lot of Google pages and stuff, and this you find Daily Motion videos and things like that. In here, same thing like with Blip TV. So you might see a picture of probably me, go figure, if you do a search in the yeah. So there I am on Quant. My smiling, happy satellite nerd face is right there. So yeah, that's a great resource, an alternative to Google that I've recently discovered and I'm enjoying. So since we're on the internets, I'd like to start with the internets today, the internets of things. To go through, I just want to point this out for people. So if you go to Rick's Wild Feeds, click on the latest topics. And if you're looking for free-to-air channels, what I typically do is I go on this tab here. I find where it says networks. And you'll get the latest updates that people will share there of new channels. But if you do see it there, you're perfectly welcome to post it here too. Over on my Facebook group, any updates of that, because we like to hear about new channels that are new to free air. So over on the satellite news that we have for this week, I got C-band news, not a whole lot of KU-band news. There's usually not a whole lot of KU-band news in North America, as much as I'd like to hear. I'm waiting for there's 20 channels on 103 West addition to what we already have. I wish someday somebody would figure out, hey, I could put 20 channels of different content and make a whole whack of money in ad revenue. Anyway, so yeah, 125 West has this bunch of movie goodies. It says Alt 62. This is the transponder that is on is 4080. So what's there? It might be a black screen all the time, but I think that's the one where I've seen Monday Night Raw, Monday nights, and same with NXT. EWTN news. EWTN, which is the Catholic broadcast channel, there's a whole mux of channels on that, has moved transponder. So it was on one Galaxy 15 133 West, and it has moved to 4150, which a lot of people are speculating that it is part of the 5G repack. So I see the chat room moving along there. I'm just going to try to get to the chat room real quick. I just want to go through some news here at the top of the show, at the top of the hour. So also another resource forum site to check out. Go sign up for tvrosat.com. There's lots of good information there. So that's it for satellite news, but I'd like to give you an update on my DSR 600 Motorola, my Motorola DSR 600 satellite receiver, which it's a work in progress. It is a network satellite receiver. I'm trying to get this thing up and going, but I'm having some difficulty. First thing I ran into is like, what's an L band? So eventually it dawned on me that L band is C band with there's a chart. So I was able to get the NASA channel on 127 West, but I haven't actually viewed the channel. I just been able to get to see where the signal is. So wherever NASA is, it's a vertical transponder, and I've been able to get that far. I connect through a web interface, and I'm hoping to do a video on that at some point in the future. But we haven't got to that point yet. And please stand by for an upcoming video about the service Tubi, which is a free streaming service that you don't need a VPN to view this content. I'm viewing the website now, and you can view this outside the US, in Canada. I was watching Terminator Genesis, so I have a full video that I'm still working on in the editing process. It should be up within the next day or so. But yeah, great service. Lots of movies. They do show ads, but not much difference from broadcast or cable TV channels that show lots of movies all the time. And over here on the Facebook page, you got some stuff there. Oops, I better not show that. All right, guys. So let's go to the chat room and take a look at what we got here today. We've got. I'm going to move this OBS over to this screen, and I look like I'm doing my OBS stuff this way. When I'm looking at the chat room, I'm looking this way. Cool. All right, and cool. So what have I missed? Cal RVer. How's it going? The North Coast Workshop. How's it going? Picked up another 10-foot mesh. I wish I had a big enough yard. Oh, if I had a big enough yard. I probably have at least two 10-footers. If I could get a 16-footer, I would. I love this hobby, and is this hobby going to make me move someday? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't. Part of my goal too is I got the 8-footer. I got to see what I can do with an 8-footer, and that's a lot of what I could. But there is streaming alternatives, and doing that. I'm in a city, so I get decent internet here. So, and oh boy, do I go on rabbit trails with these comments here. The greatest shape. You can probably see what I'm doing in the chat room there. I'm trying to highlight and make it look. Try to read what's going on here. Signal. Okay, yeah. I'm not a big fan of multiple LMBs. I should probably get into that someday, but I've always been a motor user. Get the LMB centered in the middle, and use the motor or the actuator to move the dish. But a lot of people, what they do, if they're not doing a motor, they will put LMBs in different spots of the dish. You can get one of these LMB brackets and get multiple satellites with one dish. Hey Ray, how's it going? Cal RVer says, I use DuckDuckGo. And yep, DuckDuckGo is another. I'm very aware of DuckDuckGo. I just had some people say that DuckDuckGo is selling. I don't know the whole scenario of that. They're using user data or whatever. I don't know. I don't know the whole situation. I use DuckDuckGo. I use Google. I use Google all the time to check my spelling because it's so on the fly, quick to check my spelling and grammar. If you haven't read my descriptions, you might know I have difficulties with spelling, and that's just a fact. Like I've always had difficulties with spelling. I've never officially been diagnosed with dyslexia, but I think that's what I've dealt with my whole life. So I use Google to help me with my spelling, and it's a great tool. I'm glad we have computers that can do that. Now, sometimes I don't understand the word, and I'll check it. I'm glad I have a wife who's very intelligent, and she's much more smarter than I am, and she's able to check my spelling for me. A lot of the times I send her my links. Hey, does this look presentable before I put it up on the internet, or I put it up and then can you quickly check that and I'll fix it. Oh, I think I paused my chat room here because there's other things here. Yeah. Fifi's Love. I hope I said your name right, as I was just saying. Can't wait to get my KU band set up going. Yeah, hopefully a good motor is always great for doing that. But yeah, if you have line of sight issues, 103 is, it's becoming a good satellite. They just need to add a few extra really good channels there, and that would be awesome. There's NBC, there's Cozy, there's a music video channel. There's, what else is over there? Jimmy Swaggart. There's NHK. There used to be RT, but they've moved. Raymond says, thank you for taking time to do this. This is my pleasure. I'm glad you guys are here to join me in this meeting, because without you guys, I'd just be sitting here talking to myself. But I really appreciate that. But this is a hobby I've been into. Like growing up, I always wanted to have a satellite dish. I always enjoyed playing with TV antennas and seeing what channels I can get. And obviously, we live in a day and age, people are like, why don't you just stream? You can stream. I mean, I have a good quality internet here, which I was looking at getting upgraded for these streams, but it seems that they want way much more extra for what I get out of it, so I don't know. I'm decided not to up my internet. I'm at a package now, and I'd be paying almost close to $30 extra from what I'm paying now, and I'm already paying $60, so I've decided, well, I'm just going to keep this with the 2 meg up, which I wanted to get it higher with the bit rate. Maybe if you got lots of money and you want to make a donation to my PayPal donate, I'd be happy to accept that. Maybe, and then I could tell the wife, hey, I'm getting this extra income to pay for our better quality internet so I can upload these streams better. Naveed Ali says, I'm a satellite master from Pakistan. Cool. I guess it's part of the world where there's a lot of use of satellite. North Coast says NBC has, or 103 West KU band has NBC and Cozy. And there's multiple NBCs. There's NBC East, West, and Mountain Time. Fifi's Love says it was motorized. He got 53 to 117 West. And I just drink a lot of coffee. I drink a lot of coffee, so when I start talking, my mouth runs dry real fast. Yeah, when I did the video with my motorized setup, I was getting all the birds except for 125 West, which has the PBS channels, and it was because there's stuff in the way. So I just pushed it a little bit forward on my deck, and then I'm pretty much able to get the full arc now. Pretty much park it at 103 West a lot of the time. I have another dish at 99, and I have a bit dish at 97 West, which is a Shaw Direct dish. Here in Canada, you can a Shaw Direct dish is like a dime a dozen. Just if you know where to look for them. Some people will sell them on Kijiji for probably more than what they're asking for. $25 would be reasonable for a decent shape used one. But yeah, I see people trying to sell them for $100. Like if you're gonna spend $100, buy a brand new 36-inch dish for that kind of money is what I would say. But yeah, you can use Shaw Direct dishes in Canada. Rabbit hole, just jump down. Alfredo Gonzalez says, hello from Chicago. I have a key-band satellite dish and want to buy a C-band. What size you recommend? I recommend, if you can, go 8-footer. Oh, sorry. Actually, I take that back. What am I saying? Well, you can't get away with an 8-footer, but if you want to have the best signal reception, 10-footer or larger. I think 10-footer should be big enough for most stuff that's out there right now. Depends on where you are in Chicago. Or if you're right in Chicago, it's a big urban area. Yeah, you might want bigger. I'm not sure, but then again, the whole 5G scare, like it's playing out, and I'm not seeing a whole lot of like loss of channels. Like I've seen these experts writing, it's gonna fry C-band, and then it's still working. So what's the deal? There's always this doom and gloom in satellite. Channel goes away, and it's like this is the end of satellite. There's gonna be no more satellite in a few years. Streaming's gonna kill it, and there's still channels on satellite. I mean, there's not really movie channels. People are like, back in the old days, all the movie channels. But as I just pointed to, what's this site here? Tubi TV, a free with ads website that has tons of free movies that you can watch with ads if you have the internet. So there's definitely ways of watching movies. Definitely, if you can stream, that's a big help. But to get linear TV, to get your networks, definitely like with over the air. I got over the air here, and it's nice to have. It's good to have over the air. Gosh, mine's cutting here. Yeah, I get all the networks with over the air, but there's a few networks I don't get with over the air. And so it's having the satellite dish to be able to get NBC, which I do get now, but and then Fox, but I do get Fox in this area now too. So I'm getting pretty much all the networks over the air. Kingpin, how's it going? Hoover 5555. Hey there, just want to know how many genres of music radio C-band has. Thank you. That I can't exactly answer, but I know where you can get the answer. Google. Google links that. Google links that, and you'll be able to find. There's a whole list of music channels I know that are up there. It moves around. I don't even know where it is. Somebody might be able to answer you that question in the comments. I can go to Linksat too if you guys want. Just be shutting down the chat room because I'd have to go look at that. How many? But there is a lot of genres of music on that. I'm pretty sure there's got to be a streaming site that would have linear. Pluto TV. Pluto TV has a whole whack of streaming audio channels that are free that you can stream. Which I did a video. Check that video out about Pluto. I did 2 videos about Pluto TV. You need a VPN for it to work in my area, but if you're in the States, it should be fine. North Coast says, I like the Court TV, Mystery, Grit, Bounce, Laugh, Mux on 97 West. Yeah, Laugh used to be a really cool channel. I was really enjoying Laugh, and then I guess there's a few sitcoms on Laugh that I not really stuff that I'm go to my way to watch, or I've just seen them before and don't care to see them again. Lots of Night Court, and it's like, but I do like MeTV. Watch Leave It to Beaver on MeTV. I've been watching Antenna TV, and it has Mork and Mindy with Robin Williams. I'm getting an error message here from YouTube. Just error. So if I am cutting out on you guys, just do a refresh of your browser, or refresh if you're watching on your phone. Do a refresh of your app in your phone if it cuts out on you. That's what I tend to do on these live streams. Fox Movies also FTA on 91C now too. I didn't know that Fox Movies was on in Leclerc on 91C, but yeah, if it is, do a blind scan on that, and definitely lots of movies out there. So Feast Love says, I've not checked out the RTSL SDR out. It's very awesome. Using the ES-HAL satellite stream software, you can view the transponders. Also, 103 West has a great ton of music channels, but you have to manually input the PIDs. Okay, so that might be a technical thing for some people not to do out there. I know some of the forums have covered how to enter the PIDs. I've never done that myself. Some receivers you don't even have to; it just scans it in. But from what I understood, because I've seen the music channels there, but yeah, TVROSat has a nice section. Maybe I can cut to it. Where they have a satellite chart on TVROSat, and it covers the North American satellites, and I imagine it's updated by the community that are running that forum, and it tends to be yeah. So check out TVROSat.com, and there's a satellite charts there with the frequencies to scan in. Video all good. Okay, so people have done some refreshing. Yeah, sometimes I get like the yellow warning light on the live stream, and but it doesn't really affect it. I don't go in the red because the first time I might have had the bit rate too high, and I've set the bit rate lower, and I'm uploading at 720p. Anyway, that's technical stuff. Zohar says, I have Dreambox DM900. Do you manage? No, I don't have. I don't know what that means. Kingpin says Tech 2000 dishes are currently available. That's been an issue with a lot of suppliers. Supplies have been low. I do affiliates for eBay, and a lot of the eBay resellers. So I don't actually sell them, but I'll have a link on my store, freesatellite.tv.net, and that just usually takes you to eBay. A few Amazon links too, but I just find eBay has been better with commissions, and it's no extra cost to you guys either. It's just. But yeah, supply chain's been down. Another guy who has stuff on order is Dish Movers. Rick's Wild Feeds had a post on his forum saying he does have Dish Movers on coming out, and Titanium Satellite had a Dish Mover, a really good one, but they don't manufacture it anymore. I never got to get one of those Dish Movers from Titanium Satellite. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, so what's new in Linux? Well, I'm doing all my video production using Linux Mint. I'm very proud to say that most of what I've done on this YouTube channel, if it's not nothing that I didn't upload before 2006, has been done in Linux. I remember back in 2006, I switched to Ubuntu, converted from a Windows user to a Linux user. But at that time, video editing was sucked. It just sucked in Linux. But it's actually much better now. I'm using OBS, and I don't game, but from what I've heard, is more and more gamers are using Linux to game. I guess that's why people dual boot, whatever. I don't game. I'm on the internet. I'm on social media, or I'm on YouTube. The number one streaming service is YouTube. There's lots of good content, like the Robbie Strike YouTube channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Tell all of your friends to subscribe too. Okay, sorry. So Fifi's Love says the oldies are what keep me hooked between test cards, test patterns, glitches, hearing Circle K and Sears advertising low prices. The music on 103 is from Muzak. So it's a lot. So a lot is streamed to businesses, McDonald's, offices, departments. Yeah. So you got Walmart in there? Because I know Walmart tends to have like a C-band satellite dish. I don't think there's usually not music in McDonald's, at least in Canada. Maybe it is in the U.S. And I haven't been to McDonald's in a while. I've been wanting to go to McDonald's to get a McDonald's coffee because I love the McDonald's coffee. Here in Canada, it's really good. I'm not even sure if it is as good in the States. In Canada, we say the McDonald's coffee is better than Tim Hortons, where it used to be the other way around. The McDonald's coffee was horrible, but apparently they switched the brand, the supplier, the blend of coffee is moved. Tim Hortons switched to another blend, and McDonald's took it. That was the rumor. Yeah. Oh, and I forgot to say early on in this stream. I guess I want to say it toward the end anyway. So if you go to my page, www.robbiestrike.com, and you've just joined this stream, you can go back to the beginning by clicking on the link on my Facebook page, Robbie Strike Videos, or robbiestrike.com. You'll see the post for this live stream. You'll be able to play it back, because YouTube usually takes at least 12 hours or more to be able to put it back up on my channel. But you can still find it if you have the link. I don't know why YouTube does that. And I don't add the ads at that point because I am unable to. So you can actually watch the stream before I put all the ads on. I usually do like an ad every 8 minutes or something. It's less than TV. I want to keep it less than TV. Less than cable TV, which has, I don't know, every 6 to 7 minutes has 6 to 7 minutes of ads for pay cable TV. And thank you for joining me on a Saturday afternoon, because I was doing this live stream on Sundays at 1 o'clock, but now it's looking like I might not be able to do that for a while. We've had current events that have mucked up a lot of things in everybody's lives. Yeah, we got a freeze here, so let's see what else I got here. Yeah, so if you're looking for anything in my videos, anything satellite related, just add my name, Robbie Strike, to the search. That's what I do, because I got lots of people who contact me on Facebook or on just in other comments or email. And then And I'm thinking, I did a video on that like about a year ago, and I'm trying to remember what I did. That's where I'm glad I've done these videos, because I go back to the videos. Okay, yeah, that's what I did, because I've forgotten about it by now. So hopefully I've got all the comments there. I didn't miss anything in the comments. Got people asking to join the club over at Free Satellite TV. So hey, let's just fix that up here, since we're having no one's really saying anything in the chat room. There's something there. What's the secret to get the most out of the satellite a satellite receiver? Well, Google's your friend there. I don't know. So we got this guy here. Where's OBS? Yeah. So when you join this group, I just wanted to go back. One thing I forgot. Please fill in. I don't even care if you don't know much about satellite. That's fine. But just say, are you in North America? And I really want to keep it for people that are in North America, because there's so many other Facebook groups out there for satellite TV of the other parts of the world. But yet North America gets so little attention on Facebook. There's, I don't know, hundreds of these Facebook groups that have it. And so that's why I created this for North American channels, because people will start asking me, how do I get 58 East? Well, or tell me how to get 58 East. I'm like, I don't know. I'm on the other side of the planet. I can't get 58 East. So if I see that you lied there, I don't let you in. And and also if and just ask questions, just like kind of the question, what are you interested in getting? And if you mention anything about that is referring to piracy, I don't let you in. I only want true free to air people on the group, just to keep out any of the raft and all that. So I guess we're about the halfway point here. Cool. I'm gonna throw in. We're gonna go to a break, and so yeah, with streaming, you'll probably see at the one part of the break is I do have a link for ExpressVPN, and it is at the bottom of in the description of this video. All right, so I'm gonna go to the washroom, and I will be right back. Where is my thing there for the ad there? So I might play this twice. Hopefully, I'll be back in enough time. All right. Please check out freesatellitetv.net. And also check out the new shop where you can order free satellite TV, LMBs, receivers, and dishes, all sorts of things for your free-to-air needs over at the freesatellitetv.net shop.
If you want to watch a streaming service and you're in a country like Canada, certain programs are region blocked so you can't get it, you can use ExpressVPN if you have a cell phone. So if you use public Wi-Fi, you tell it which area you want to connect to. In New York City, connect. So if you're using public Wi-Fi at Walmart, a restaurant, you really should be using a VPN. It will protect your private data, and also it saves you a lot of money. It's a fraction of the cost of what a cell phone data plan is these days.
Please check out freesatellitetv.net. And also check out the new shop where you can order free satellite TV, LMBs, receivers, and dishes, all sorts of things for your free-to-air needs over at the freesatellitetv.net shop.
If you want to watch a streaming service and you're in a country like Canada, certain programs are region blocked so you can't get it, you can use ExpressVPN if you have a cell phone. So if you use public Wi-Fi, you tell it which area you want to connect to in New York City, connect. So if you're using public Wi-Fi at Walmart, a restaurant, you really should be using a VPN. It will protect your private data, and also it saves you a lot of money. It's a fraction of the cost of what a cell phone data plan is these days.
Please check out freesatellitetv.net and also check out the new shop where you can order free satellite TV, LMBs, receivers, and dishes, all sorts of things for your free-to-air needs over at the freesatellitetv.net shop.
If you want to watch a streaming service and you're...
All right, we're back. Stream is dropped. When it's uploading all that video, it kind of cuts to whatever, half, cuts about in half. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I made them myself, my commercials. A lot of North Coast says a lot of people want the big gold dishes gone from the yard. So if you're having trouble finding one of these to buy, you might be able to get one for free if you're willing to do the work and take it down. Yeah. The only problem is I've had one person say he's afraid to go to people's doors and ask them because they're afraid they'll be shot. Get off my property. Are you from the government? Okay, yeah. What satellite location do they use for radio talk shows like Rush Limbaugh, Mark Levin, and ESPN Sports and stuff like that? That I don't know. I'm able to pick up Rush on AM radio. Is he on streaming anywhere? I usually just hear it on AM. There's actually an FM radio station that has all of the talk radio stuff. That I should know. I should know that, but because I can get it over the air, I figure, oh well, I listen to it in the car. Imagine it's up there, or they might just stream it because it's audio. But I think I don't know. I think there is definitely several C-band radio stations. I think that those are Clear Channel. Michael Johnson says, there we go. There'd be a guy that would know the answer to that question. Michael Johnson, how's it going? Yeah, I'm not sure which position the Clear Channel, what Fox Radio or whatever. I'm surprised. Like they're highly promoting AON News and these other conservative news networks. And I'm surprised they're not on free to air. They are streaming. There's I found like there's America News and all these different news channels coming up, but a lot of them are streaming because that's where, they're probably going to get more viewers probably from streaming, cord cutting. They're on Pluto TV, even though you can view them on their websites. Like a lot of TV channels, you can stream the whole channel off their website. But I think that they were on 103 West C-band. Or is it? Where did I do that scan on? And then I found a whole whack of channels, and it messed up my receiver because I scanned in a whole whack of 500 radio channels. Yeah. Just curious. Dan Pete asked, just curious why some radio stations have a C-band satellite dish. Yeah, and they do. There is lots of radio on C-band, and that's probably where Rush is. Now, it might be encrypted, So you might not be able to get it free to air. That was like the big question was how to get coast to coast AM, which it was on C-band. Not sure exactly where. I never tuned it in myself. But I know coast to coast AM, if you want to listen to that, not view it, but listen to it through your satellite receiver. Now, through my Edison Mayo satellite receiver, the cool thing with that, especially for something like coast to coast AM, is I use this program, this app, that connects with the Edison Mayo receiver. I'll show it to you guys here. It changed its IP address, so I don't know if we'll be able to get in. I haven't used it for a while. So I use this program called DreamDroid. Sorry for that. And it will, I don't think it's going to connect. So DreamDroid will connect to a OpenATV receiver. Yeah, an OpenATV operating receiver. I need to change the IP address. So my router will kick off a different IP address from time to time, and then I won't be able to connect to my phone or web browser. No, I don't want to leave. So it's a really cool app if you have a one of those. So here's what my receiver is currently on right now on 99 West. So I can click that blue button and I can stream it to my phone and watch the satellite TV through the Edison Mayo receiver to my phone. So I'm not going to do that now because, not even copyright, but obviously the content that I have it on right now. If don't want to be in trouble with YouTube. But there we go, it's loading. There's also a satellite signal meter. Oh, maybe it's not working. A signal meter. Come on, kick in. And it's not working when I'm trying to do a demo of it. So yeah, it's not coming in right now. But it'll show this little meter for the signal, which is not working right now. Go back. I'll try a different channel. It's not the most user friendly, that's for sure. Boutiques, go to, no, I don't want terrestrial TV. Services, go to Boutiques TV, my favorites. So I'm going to swap it over. Here, I'll go to RT. I'll zap RT, hit zap. I wish I had like the thing playing in the background. I should do another review of this app because I'm pretty good at, I've gotten better at doing reviews of apps on a phone. There we go. This is going to be weak signal, but I'm going to show it to you on the camera here. So there's the signal. You see the little dial there on DreamDroid. So this is kind of a neat thing if I'm out adjusting my little Shaw Direct dish and I want to get the signal better. Now, obviously, the signal is low because I'm actually using it to tune RT on a Shaw Direct dish, which is not the most biggest dish in the world. It does work, but it's not the biggest in the world. So I got a few comments here as I went on there. I just kind of thought everyone was leaving there all. North Coast says AM reception is good at night. Yeah, that's usually how I found Coast to Coast, is like in the middle of the night. I couldn't sleep, so I turned on the AM radio, and then he was talking about aliens, and I couldn't get back to sleep. Aliens coming into people's bedrooms at night. Like, this ain't helping me sleep at all. Taking people on their spaceships and doing experiments on them. It's like... Yeah, and there's the thing is with radio too. There's a lot of commercials. Like I'm trying to find this station, and it's all ads. I guess whenever I tune it in, I find that the radio in the car, is so much better. Here I have this set up right over here. I have my SDR hooked up to my MLA80, and I can listen to AM radio on this computer. It's really cool, but it doesn't really work too well during the daytime, but then I'll hear all the skip at night, and I'll hear all the shortwave stations. I probably have a cheap SDR but that's I always find the radio works better even in the car, and that's with a good antenna, just with the antenna on the car. Hey Tony, how's it going? Dan Pete asked, do I think C-band will go away? They're not selling the whole spectrum. They're just simply doing a repack. So I don't think C-band's going away. What's happening is, because we're probably going to see more H.265 compression, and we're also going to see more channels can fit into those frequencies, and they're not really using them for TV broadcasts, encrypted or unencrypted. So it'd be interesting to see what happens, but I don't think because they're still launching C-band satellites into orbit, and they have C-band satellites that with C-band going into orbit. So I see the industry still has a need for it. Have you done a review on the Formula ST receiver? No, don't know what that receiver is. I know the Amico and the Edison because I have those receivers. Oh yeah, and Sat Hero, I have one of those, which is some of those satellite meters are like a receiver. You could technically use them as a receiver as well for those meters, and they have an HDMI output. You don't have the remote or all that stuff, but it could work. I mean, if you're only going to watch one or two channels, that would work. Yeah, and in the hobby, I really do like the Sat Hero. I'm looking at maybe getting a more expensive meter with the spectrum analyzer just to have a look at what's happening in this with the spectrum that I'll be able to look at the spectrum of those frequencies. I wanted to get my SDR to work with that, but I've still been unable to do that. G.I. Joe 3K, how's it going? Coast to Coast AM. Yeah, I was talking about Coast to Coast, Matthew. Yeah, the aliens, where they have a guest on the show talking about how the aliens came into their bedroom while they were sleeping at night and took them away. When I'm listening to the radio trying to go to sleep, that did not help me sleep at all. No, that's... Do 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 do. Hello, how are you? Mhm. Mhm. There we go. Mhm. Mhm. Just trying to do my own moderation, fixing this. There we go. Right click that. Remove. What did I do there? I don't think I got rid of them. Report. Can I report it? Yeah, guess so. Someone else removing this? Report. It's not working. Well, yeah, go away. Here, I'll turn this away. Okay, let's cut that. There we go. Mm-hmm. No, I don't have a main... I don't do this as my main job. This is just a hobby that I do. Okay. I haven't had an issue like this. No, I want them. How
do you ban somebody? I mean, someone's coming in, they're having fun. I'm not gonna ban them because I don't want this demonetized because someone's being bad. So I'm doing my on the fly monitoring. Did I make anyone North Coast? Get that guy out of here. I think I made you a moderator. I'm just trying to figure out how to remove.
It's just slow on this computer for some reason.
All right. I just realized, G.I. Joe says, I just realized that there is a set-top box that runs Linux but is not what my needs require, and there's PCI cards that could connect my big dish to my desktop computer that support Linux. I haven't done one of those. I don't know if there's like software that would be easy to use software in Linux. I think there is software that works in Windows that would allow you to. I'll go back to this. That would allow you to do that. But what I've found and what I've liked is with my Edison satellite receiver, I've been able to use the web interface to do a lot of the work with that. So I haven't found that I have needed a Linux program to do everything, because in the OpenATV operating system, it acts as a network tuner and a network server. So I can watch all the programs to this computer. I just go on the web interface and then I watch it in VLC, or another program I use is SM Player, and it works. Like I'll watch the news on this screen here, and I'll be using this for doing other, being on Facebook or whatever. I don't do, or doing some stuff there. So it's kind of neat to have that. And the satellite receiver's upstairs, so it's just running through the Ethernet connection to this computer, which I tend to watch it here a lot. And I change the channels right here on the screen. So it's kind of like my Linux solution with this, because with the OpenATV satellite receivers, they can do that. Caleb, how's it going? I asked the Lug Lee Head 6 asked a question. You can ask the question again. I did not see it. I was dealing with another person that was just having fun. Honestly, when you're probably a kid, you're having fun. Who wasn't a kid and called into a talk radio show to swear? Oh, his comps. No, I think YouTube has, like, if someone's going to write, F off or whatever, they're going to block it. I get that with the comments in my videos. Someone, they just use it detects the language and it puts it automatically in a folder where I can approve it or disapprove it. Usually I don't approve it, like if it's just let them reword it better. But sometimes they may not do that. Dan Pete asks, has anyone tried ATSC3? Not in my area, because it doesn't exist. They don't have a transmitter in my area yet. And I do get that sometimes on the forums too. Oh, you're going to have to switch everything to 8, because I talk about my ATSC modulator. But this TV has an ATSC tuner in it. The TV behind me has an ATSC tuner in it. So for video sending, it's not like an immediate. The TVs, most TVs that are manufactured still don't have an ATSC3 tuner built into it. Some don't even have ATSC1 tuners built into them. So, yeah, it's coming, but it's going to be it's not going to be out right away, in my opinion. And it's not mandated like the last time in the U.S. And in Canada, I have heard nothing about ATSC3. They don't even want to acknowledge that they have ATSC. They don't have sub-channels here in Canada, so I don't even know if they'll ever want to change, because it's Yeah, a lot of the TV channels, they could have a repack here in Canada, fit all the channels on one carrier. For example, I harped on this before. We don't get the CBC in this area. Yet I'm a taxpayer. I pay for the CBC. I don't get it available to me in English. Yet we pay for it. They have a TV station. They could repack it and have it as a sub channel, but they don't do that. They don't think they do that. So, yeah, ATSC3. Yeah, it's coming, but it's still kind of like it's going to be a while, especially in my area, a few years. And they're still going to have ATSC1 for a while because they know everybody's not going to run out and buy an ATSC3 tuner right away. G.I. Joe, what are the name of the cards that support Windows that run your dish? I don't know. I use free to air. I use Linux. I love the free stuff. Cards are where you get into proprietary complications that takes away your freedoms. Forget that stuff. Move to open source, free software, into free TV. Streaming Angerson, I'm late. How's it going? ATSC3 is the SNES, whatever the Super NES, S and S. ATSC sucks. NTSC is way better, says Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell. Lughead says he asked the question again. I didn't see. No, I didn't see it. Lughead. I see that you asked the question. Reword it. Maybe YouTube doesn't like the way it's being worded. I haven't done anything here, Lughead. So maybe make it shorter. I think they only allow you 200 characters in the description section. TV headed will work in Linux. Not easy to configure. No, it's not easy to configure. I think with TV head end, I probably played around with it for a bit. But then I don't want to leave a computer on 24/7 to act as a server for it. So I wasn't a fan of. I use my HD home run, but with TV head end, if I were to set that up, I can use it as a PVR to record my programs. Now in Linux, what I recommend if you have an ATSC tuner card or a USB dongle is use Caffeine. I've got a video in my descriptions. Do a search Caffeine Robbie Strike. You'll find it. I've done a few videos on Caffeine, and it says it has DVB-S stuff in it, but I haven't really gotten it to work with my satellite receiver. And apparently you're able to do that with VLC, but I haven't figured that out. So open source coders and software developers out there, you really need to develop a Linux Mint plug and play system that we can play around with that would be a little bit more user friendly than some of the other things that we have out there that were written years ago. Yeah, there's no sub channels in Canada, but if you're in Canada, you can get a lot of the DigiNets. Yeah, with my open ATV box, I can hook up an ATSC thumb drive. I don't have one with me, but like the hodgepodge, whatever you call it, thumb drive, I can plug that in and make it an ATSC box. Those things are an extra $100. Everything's $100. $100 for a dish mover. $100 for, I don't know why they like that number. Well, Zach Morris, I did do a video called, I think I have the box right here. There it is. Got a box right here. This is a Thor, ATSC, and Quam tuner box. You can get one of these. Walmart has another one, but I'm endorsing Thor because they gave it to me. Full disclosure, they did give me this one to review, but it's very similar to a Allure Tech and all that. It's like the same interface, and you can hook these up. I'll show you the diagram there. Show it the right way. I've done a video review on this. And so you hook your antenna up to that, and it will, for the older TVs, you can watch the digital truth. Basically, it's like having a cable box that hooks up to your TV, cable box, satellite box, but you'll tune the ATSC1 channels with that. And QAM. QAM, which is actually kind of a similar modulation to what ATSC3 is. With QAM is what is on digital cable. So in my area, I get maybe 2 channels on the QAM if I scan it because I'm not paying for cable. So I'll get the cable access channel. So I get local council meetings, which is not bad, just to be informed of what's going on. And I can also get the weather network, which I can get also on 107 West for free anyway. I get CBC Radio 1 and 2 in this area, but I don't get CBC TV. And And I don't know, every time I listen to CBC Radio, it's always like hate speech against Christians. Always. Anyone has an open source driver? Not that I know of. You can always Google. Google is your friend. Or Quant. Use Quant for that. Anyway. The only over-the-air TV is CTV, which is channel 6 in Saskatchewan. CTV is still analog in some areas. CFQC has an analog channel. Zach Moore says there's too many commercials, and referral has ruined TV. And that's the case with pay TV. I mean, someone was telling me today that I was chatting with someone. They said we're in a golden age for TV with streaming services and all that. Like, people say, well, there's nothing to watch. Well, have you looked at Tubi TV? Have you been on YouTube? If you watch my channel, I've got lots of content that I've created. That's great stuff. I got playlists. Check them, watch them over and over again. They're great. But broadcast TV, I don't know. I think unless they do anything soon, it's done. I mean, yeah, some broadcast channels are, like here in Canada, it's I get Global. With CKWS, it's gone global, and with Global, it's really gone downhill. Which is sad because it's the only Canadian broadcast channel in the area. The local news I like. I like the local news. The national news I laugh at it. Basically, it's a propaganda. Anyway, I won't get too much into that. Yes, Zach Morris, truth. It's a new hate speech. Yeah, but right. And I'm not going to get too political on here. We're more into the freedom is good. Free TV. I'm not, there should be free content. There's free content on YouTube. There's free, YouTube is probably the #1 streaming site that there is. I find there's better stuff on YouTube. I was looking on Tubi TV. Some people out there probably like the content that's on Tubi TV, this free movie streaming service. But for me, I'd probably spend hours and hours on YouTube watching videos than I would be actually watching some Hollywood movie. I'd rather watch somebody that's done, just sort of done their own video in their home. They're not making millions of dollars doing it. They might be making a few bucks on the side. Yeah, there's still analog channels. Zach Morris, you might like it here in Canada because we still do have analog TV here. Although it's disappearing, but in like some areas there is still analog repeaters. They shut down the analog repeaters in Kingston, but how does the weather network work for FTA? Though I thought they edited the local information separate. So yeah, so what will happen is you'll watch the weather network and it'll be like kind of like the bottom of the screen, like here. All that weather information will be like pushed in through local graphics. And if you have a satellite receiver, like a Shaw Direct satellite receiver, the satellite receiver actually downloads data and it populates all that information at the bottom of the screen. So when you watch the weather network on C-band satellite, the Canadian weather network, it just has that blank. So you'll see that with all that stuff and there's no information there. And then the computer just puts like the data in there. Kind of a neat system that they do have, but yeah, you see the feed and the forecasts. C-band is more valuable than 5G is what Zach Morris says. It's going to be a longer proven technology. 5G is... I don't think 5G is going to be... I think there's a better technology than 5G, but these large telecommunication giants, that's where they want to spend their money and invest it into the 5G technology. Caleb asks, what's my email address? Really quick, I need to send you something... Here, I'll put it on here, guys. This is my main email address. Can I type in here? It's slow. Oh, yeah. What happens with these things is I should probably cut off here in a bit. You got it? You found it on my YouTube channel? Oh, here you go if you want it. There you go. It's Robbie Strike at... Robbie_strike at hotmail.com. It's like my email address I had since the 90s when Hotmail was the big thing before Microsoft bought it. Can I watch the BBC asked, can you watch the American Weather Network? They used to have Weather Nation, or one of those weather networks on there, but I don't know if it's there anymore. But I have a video about a M3U playlist, and I'm pretty sure it's streaming online. But the M3U playlist is a nice all-in-one playlist of all like hundreds of channels that you can go on with VLC and just click on them and then stream right to them in your computer. If you like doing stuff in VLC, it's great for that. Yeah, there's no guide information in any FTA. There used to be some channels that would have like FTA guide, not FTA guide, EPG guide. Okay, Hustler's ordered an ATSC 3.1 tuner. I'd like to get one of those myself when they become available. I really like my HD home run. Although if 2B or one of those other companies wants to do an arrangement with me, I'll be pushing you guys. If I got an email address, you can send me a thing to ship one to me. And I'll make some videos on that. But I don't have any ATSC 3 in this area at this time that I know of. A. Martin asks, can I get most of the networks on a KU dish, or should I go ahead and go get a C-band dish? There is a lot more North American networks on C-band, just the way it is in North America. Now, in other parts of the world, there is a lot more people tend to have a satellite dish instead of an over-the-air antenna in many parts of the world, like on the eastern hemisphere part of the world, because there's so much free to air. But here in North America, it's a different story. I'll check, Caleb, I'll check my email after this stream here. I'm going to probably finish up very soon. I should probably wrap it up now. I've gone over my hour. Get outside, enjoy the sunshine for a little bit. And also after I do these streams, I kind of feel tired. I get a load off my shoulders. I feel good. I feel relaxed. Sure thing. Yep. So yeah, check my channel out. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Definitely want to reach that 100,000. And give this video a like. It just helps the algorithm of YouTube. Helps in the algorithm of YouTube. And if you watch the playlists and you haven't liked the videos, give it a like. Just give each video a like to help boost myself in the YouTube algorithm, because I think I'm the only activist, not really activist, but trying to spread awareness of the free-to-air TV that I can, for satellite, that I can find on YouTube. But no, I do promote streaming. Streaming is great if you're able to get streaming services. There's lots of free streaming services. There's paid streaming services. I've just seen the new preview for the new Mandalorian series that's coming out. That was way better than any of the Star Wars movies. I can't wait to see that. At the end of this month when it comes out. And I don't have Disney Plus anymore. I canceled it. We basically did our free month and then we canceled it. So we'll have to get Disney Plus again. Yeah. Cool. Okay. And so yeah, you can find us on the group. I do have a link in the description for my Facebook public profile if you want to friend me there. Nobody called in, but when I do these live streams, you can call in. I got to set it up so I can do it through a screen through the desktop. Basically like it's a call-in radio show, because I think that stuff's pretty darn cool. And yeah, so before I may get the outro queued up here. Okay, so there's a few more. Something about shipping is expensive. I found I gotten some good deals on eBay. I've ordered stuff with the shipping, very reasonable, and I've had good luck with eBay. I can testify to that, and I do refer to a lot of people. Hey, here's this Amico receiver. It's on eBay. Here's an Edison receiver that's being sold by Tech 2000 or by Titanium. Even I throw referrals out to Titanium Satellite too. Zach Morris says The Mandalorian is a ripoff of Battlestar Galactica in 1978. Both were good. No problem. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in this chat this week. As I said, if you are just joining in late, you can go to my website, robbiestrike.com. You'll find a link and you can watch this back right away. It might take about 12 hours or so to see the replay on YouTube. It will be up there. And we will chat next time. I haven't decided if I'm going to do another one next Saturday. If I will, I will be here. I will post it up by the end of the week. Especially if there's some news that I got. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching and have yourselves a great day. So please check out my YouTube channel, Robbie Strike, and check out all the technology videos and reviews that I've done covering satellite, free-to-air, cell phone, how to do stuff in Linux, how to do stuff in shortwave and old technology, and doing neato things with computers. So please check out my YouTube channel, Robbie Strike, and check out all the technology videos and reviews that I've done covering satellite, free-to-air, cell phone, how to do stuff in Linux, how to do stuff in shortwave and old technology, and doing neato things with computers.